Well, hello, everybody. We are so glad that you're joining us for our new program, Little Laila Tov. I'm Rabbi Rachel, and I'm so excited to have Miss Wendy with me as well. We are going to sing some songs, tell a story, and then end with our bedtime Shema prayer. And hopefully, we can help you go to sleep and have the sweetest dreams. And we just want to say thank you for inviting us into your homes and helping you with your bedtime routines.
I am so happy to be a part of this, Rabbi Rachel. And I've chosen a couple of songs that the first one I'll do is called Good Job God. It's by Alana Jagoda off of her CD called Uri Uri, Uri, and that would be twice. Um, where we are in our Torah right now is one of my favorite times. I love the creation and the story of Noah. It's just so exciting to me. So here's a song called Good Job God. I see the trees waving in the breeze. They stand so tall with their roots down deep. They're such a special part of this world. Good job, God, I guess you knew that when you made trees, I'd like them too. Well, I see the stars in the sky at night like little magic glowing lights. They're such a special part of this world. Good job, God, I guess you knew that when you made stars, I'd like them too. All the elephants, giraffes, and llamas, the hippos, monkeys, and iguanas, cows and cats and kangaroos, koala bears and cockatoos, so many creatures, large and small. Good job, God, I like them all. Well, I see the ocean so blue and deep. I guess that's where the fishies sleep. They're such a special part of this world. Good job, God, I guess you knew that when you made oceans, I'd like them too. All the slithering snakes and centipedes, the butterflies and bumblebees, caterpillars in their cocoons, lions, tigers, and baboons. How about them upside down opossums? Good job, God, I think they're awesome. Good job, God, I guess you knew that when you made me, I'd like you too.
Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you, Miss Wendy.
You are so welcome. So, Rabbi Rachel, I know you and I have talked about this singer-songwriter. I don't know if she's a cantor. I think she is. You'll help me with this. Marcia Addy?
Yes, I believe she is a cantor in San Francisco.
Well, she wrote a song called Oh Heart of Mine.
Oh, it's a great one.
It's a great one, and I just can't wait to share it with everybody. But if you were to Google Oh Heart of Mine, there are probably 12 of the leading singer-songwriters right now out there in our world who are singing it together in harmony, and it is magnificent.
Oh, wow.
So
We'll
just
have to do.
something to look forward to tomorrow when everybody is up. After you've heard the song, look it up and hear it and see it and just refresh your memory. And I've been lucky enough to study with all of these people, and it just warms my heart to see them working together during this time when they have to Zoom. It's really very cool. So here is Oh Heart of Mine by Marcia Addy. Oh, heart of mine, lost and find my home is sometimes near and sometimes far. It's always changing. Oh, heart of mine, take the time to feel the sadness. Love is always near. It seems they go together. The walls are coming down and down and down, and life is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. see you shine is like as if to wish upon a star. I'm so glad to see you, oh moon of mine. The night is time for love and wonder spread across the sky. What would we do without you? The walls are coming down and down and down, and life is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. Oh, friend of mine, eyes that shine and help me feel that I am not alone. How can I ever thank you? Oh, friend of mine, space nor time will break the bond that holds my heart with yours. I'll always love you. The walls are coming down and down and down, and life is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful song, Miss Wendy. I just love that. And I know that all of our friends who are listening are going to love it too.
Yay.
I wanted to start out our first little Laila Tov by telling you one of my very, very, very favorite stories. So, this is a story about a couple named Isaac and Rebecca. And Isaac and Rebecca, they were married to one another, and they were both tailors. The two of them worked so hard every single week. They worked, they sewed people's clothes, and they sewed on buttons, and they fixed holes, and they made pants that were too long, shorter, and they made sleeves that were too long, shorter, and they let out dresses that were a little bit too snug, and they were very, very, very hardworking people. Now, they were hardworking and they were also very, very kind. And so sometimes the people whose clothes they sewed could pay them, and sometimes they couldn't, and they would always sew the clothes no matter what. And so sometimes Isaac and Rebecca had plenty of money to be able to go to the store and to buy all of the ingredients necessary to make a delicious Shabbat dinner. A Shabbat dinner complete with chicken soup and roasted chicken and potatoes and vegetables and challah and grape juice for kiddush and all of the good things that you could imagine. And some weeks they just didn't have that much. Each week, though, no matter how little they had, Rebecca worked her magic and there was always a plentiful meal. There came a time, however, when Rebecca's magic no longer sufficed. And there wasn't really enough money to buy a chicken to use for the soup or for the main course. And they didn't have enough to buy vegetables or potatoes, and certainly not enough for kiddish grape juice. And they didn't even really have the flour or the yeast to make a challah. All they had was one potato to split between the two of them. So they baked the potato in the oven and they split it in half. And Isaac took half and Rebecca took half. And they had enough to, make sure that they weren't too hungry. But they went to sleep that night and they were both feeling kind of sad. And so as they were sleeping, Isaac had the most magnificent, elaborate dream. He dreamt of a long journey that would take him to the Charles Bridge in Prague. Now, for those of you who can see me, you can see the Charles Bridge in Prague behind me. Isaac and Rebecca lived in Krakow, and that was hours and hours and hours away from Prague. But anyway, Isaac dreamt that he made the journey and arrived at the bridge. And once he was there, he began to dig. He dug and he dug and he dug. He dug for hours until he found a box. And he opened up the box, and inside of the box was a buried treasure. When Isaac awoke, he told Rebecca about the dream, and the two of them just couldn't shake the thought of it from their minds. What if they thought there really is a buried treasure under the Charles Bridge in Prague? The two decided that on Sunday morning after Havdalah, Isaac would start out on the journey to Prague to find the treasure that was buried underneath the bridge. So Isaac walked and he walked and he walked. He walked for 3 whole days. He camped out at night until finally he reached the bridge. When he arrived at the Charles Bridge, he found a slew of soldiers on duty. They were guarding the bridge. He walked up to a soldier who appeared to be the least intimidating and he said to the soldier, hello, may I please go onto your bridge or even go right beside the bridge? I just need to go right beside the bridge. And he was kind of talking in circles and talking really fast because he was so nervous. And the soldier said, you peasant, what is your business here at the Charles Bridge? And Isaac replied, well, you may laugh, but I had a dream the other night that there is a treasure buried under the bridge, so I made the journey here to find the treasure. And as Isaac was explaining himself, the soldier interrupted and he started laughing like a deep belly laugh. Ha 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 ha, the soldier said, you peasant, ha ha ha, what a fool you are. If I listened to my dreams, I would have made the journey all of the way to Krakow to see Isaac the tailor. And there I would ask him if I could dig under his oven to find a buried treasure. Isaac said no more. He promptly turned around and went back to his home. Sure enough, when he got there, he dug and he dug and he dug under his oven, and wouldn't you know it, he found there a buried treasure. Isaac and Rebecca kept enough money so that they would always have bountiful Shabbat dinners, and they donated the rest to build the most beautiful synagogue in all of Krakow. And so, from this beautiful story of Isaac and Rebecca and Isaac following his dreams, we learn that we should always listen to our dreams. We should always have sweet dreams and we should always follow them. And may they always lead us towards sweet and happy endings. And so, as we start to think about drifting off to sleep, we are going to sing a lullaby that ends with the Shema, the bedtime Shema. It's traditional that we say the Shema right before we go to sleep at night, and also even right when we wake up in the morning. So I'm going to hand it back over to Miss Wendy.
Before I close my eyes at night and sleep, before I drift off to my dreams, I give thanks for the blessings and love in my life, for the people who care for me. Thank you, God, for my family. Thank you, God, for my friends. Thank you, God, for the earth and the sea. Thank you, God, for the trees and the air I breathe. Thank you, God, for me. Thank you, God, for my hope. Thank you, God, for my heart. Thank you, God, for the strength to know wrong from right. Thank you, God, for the courage that I have in myself. Thank you, God, for me. Thank you, God, for me. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Laila Tov, everyone. We hope that you have sweet dreams.
Laila Tov.